Hey everybody, glad you're back. Hope you're enjoying the microgreens mini series. We're gonna hop right in today. We got our seeds sanitizing right now, shaking it every couple of minutes. In the meantime, if you're doing this on a production scale, you want to be fast, you want to be doing everything efficient. While this is sanitizing, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your flat ready with soil. So we're using the SunGrow mix number 4. I'm going to do a big no-no today because these seeds are for us. See this? This is an unsanitized flat. We'll talk about how to sanitize and clean your flats right now. You never want to use a flat that is unsanitized or not clean. It's going to have mold spores in it and things like that that are going to cause issues for you. So I want to touch a little bit on what we talked about earlier about sanitizing seed flats. Here we got our 1010, and as you can see, this has been used before. It's got a bunch of dirt in it. A lot of times it'll have a little root system from your previous microgreen grow. It's super easy to clean this stuff, but it's important that you do it. Otherwise you end up with mold spores in there. It can create mold problems for your microgreens, and then you lose a whole batch of microgreens. If you have any suspicion or inkling that you have mold in your microgreens, get rid of them. Don't sell them, don't consume them, nothing. It's just not good practice. So all you really want to do is spray this out, clean it out. You just want to make sure it's really sanitized. A lot of people, they'll use vinegar, they'll use bleach, they'll use different sorts of baths that they can just stick this in a tub, fill it with water and bleach or water and vinegar. Some people, they just use a soap or something like that to clean this out. And that's really all you got to do. Usually it's about a 10-minute cycle that you leave that in its little sanitizing bath, and you're good to go, you're good to plant. So we're just going to take some of our soil here, and we're going to fill it to the top. If it comes out in chunks, what you want to do is you want to break those chunks up, make it really fine. You don't want it to have anything in it. If you have, every once in a while our pine tree will drop pine needles in some of our soil depending on how we've stored it. You don't want that stuff in there. You don't want leaves, you don't want any foreign matter, just this sunshine or SunGrow number 4. There's a lot of debate to how much you want to fill your flat up. What I would do at first, I would experiment, see how much soil you could save. But I would experiment and I would fill it up to about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch to the top, leaving 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of clearance space at the top. If it's winter, you can't really use your outdoor watering in many aspects. So we're just going to take this over to the sink. What I like to do, make sure my water's running cold, alright, and then I like to take the little hose from the sink if you've got it. Otherwise, I would recommend using a watering can, something like that. And then we're just going to take this and we're going to lightly spray it. We just want this to soak through. So, and if you use this Sunshine number or SunGrow number 4, mix number 4, it's going to be really easy to soak everything all the way through. It's not like a regular soiled mix where it's filling up with water and you can't do anything with it until it soaks out of the bottom. This runs through really quickly. So you want to keep that water moving with your watering can or your hose, so that way you're not spreading the perlite around too much. The perlite has a tendency to float. If you don't know what perlite is, it's this little white volcanic rock here, and that helps aerate the soil. And there's enough in here to really do that. So what I like to do to make sure the water has gotten all the way through, permeated through all the soil, is I'll just take my finger and I'll stick it right in and feel the bottom there. Yeah, it seems like we're pretty good. So now we're going to do one more drench just for good measure. Alright, now we'll let this drain. And in the bottom here, you can actually see the water draining out. So we'll just leave this here for it to drain out. And we really want it to have water in the soil, but we don't want it to be overwatered. So we'll just leave that there, and we'll go shake our sanitizing seeds for now. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Keep tuned for the next set in the series of the microgreens. Hit me with that YouTube mumbo jumbo. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next time.